Hi guys, we are doing video 10.5, trigonometry and area. And first thing I want to talk to you about is that we are going to be finding the apothem, but this time using trig ratios. Remember trig ratios, period 3, you better know this, is so, ka, and toa. Right? So, ka, and toa. Alright, so is sine of whatever angle. This symbol is theta. It's used to represent a general angle, so whatever angle we might be talking about, equals your opposite of your hypotenuse. Cosine of theta, or whatever angle we are talking about, equals your adjacent over your hypotenuse. And tangent of theta equals your opposite over your adjacent. Alright, just a little recap. And then let's remember that when we're finding the area of a regular polygon, it must be a regular polygon or this will not work. We're going to take your apothem, multiply it by your perimeter, and divide by 2. That's your formula. So, one more thing that I want to touch on that you might have a question is the area of a triangle given side angle side. So this is moving away for a second. But what you're going to do, you can find the area of any triangle if you take B times C, right, and multiply it by sine of A. So here's A right here, whatever that angle measure is, and divide by C. So notice how you have a side, you have an angle, and then a side. Side angle side. You need to take the B side, multiply it by the C side, and then multiply it by sine of A. Divide all of that by 2. So let's look at that as an example really quick so that hopefully it makes a little bit more sense. You're going to take a side length times another side length and then multiply it by sine of the included angle. Right here is our side length, 12 times 21 times sine 48, and divide it by 2. That will give you the area of any triangle. You can use that instead of base times height divided by 2. It will always work. Okay, so moving back to finding the apothem using trig ratios, let's say we have this example right here. All right, and you needed to find the area of a regular pentagon. And that has 5 sides, okay? With a side length of 6. With a side length of 6. Remember that it's regular, so all the sides are equal. The first thing I would do is I would go ahead and draw out my pentagon to the best of my ability to make it look like a regular pentagon. All right, all the sides are congruent, so all the side lengths are 6. Remember, I go ahead and have you guys write perimeter up here, and we know that there's 5 sides, and each side length is 6, so our perimeter is 30. All right. Now we need to find your apothem. That we don't know, but what we do know is we know that we have a center of the circle and that we can find our central angle. So let's find our central angle, and that'll help us find our apothem. So you're going to take 360 because remember from the notes we previously took, there's a circle circumscribed around it. So 360 divided by 5 because the number of sides. All right, and that would give us 72. So this entire angle right here, oh, let me move this up, is 72 degrees. All right, but remember the apothem comes down and cuts it in half, so we need to divide this by 2, which is going to give us 36. So now I'm going to have this triangle, right, where I know this side length is 3, right, because originally it was 6. And I now know this angle is 36. And I want to figure out what this side is. This is my apothem. So I'm going to put googly eyes on here so that I can figure out where my opposite is and where my adjacent is. And this becomes my opposite, and this becomes my adjacent. So I'm using an O and an A. So that's going to be tangent. And I'm going to say tangent 36 equals my opposite, which is 3, over my adjacent. Right? Well, when I go ahead and solve, I multiply both sides by a, and I end up with tangent 36 times a equals 3, and then I have to divide by tangent 36 and tangent 36, and I end up with my apothem equals 4.13. So now, you guys, I know my apothem. I'm going to fill it in up here, 4.13, and I know my formula, right? My formula is my apothem times my perimeter divided by 2. So I'm going to fill in that information. I'm going to get 4.13, my apothem, times my perimeter, which was 30, divided by 2, and I now know that my area is 61.95. And there you go. There you have it. Oh, I forgot to take the scrunchie off. Hopefully it didn't block too much. That is 10.5. We will go over more of that tomorrow in class, and I will see you guys then. Bye.